Guys, it's raining. Wagwan, wagwan, wagwan. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Today it's one-on-one coming out from this position live. And we have got the breaking news right now, getting to my position and to my table. The Diddy uncle has already received the talk about the clothes. Finally, the conmam opened the door. Anastasia gave the clothes to conmam. Conmam took the clothes to her home, which is talk about the clothes of the Diddy uncle. And officially and finally, Kenge driver has took them to the Diddy uncle. And the Diddy uncle is traveling, and is going to see Masai with a passport. Are we clear? So whenever you can just leave to, make sure that he's going to meet Mawira again. And the report is onto my desk already. And everybody should get the real valid point. You saw Mawira was saying about, now how the video is working. I told Mawira, you are lost. You have to come back to Nyamuhase for your YouTube to work. You have to come to the villa so as people will ever watch you. Look at how you're thrown into an imbroglio. Mawira, where are you, my friend? Mawira is the one who antagonized Gabi. And was the one who was checking every department. From the head department, chest department, stomach department, west department. It's big. West department has the buttocks in front, backward, and has the front gear. So whenever you are in the departments, the west department is called, it's a very big one. Because even Shaker is the department of the west. And we have the brain department, and the legs and the thigh. So Mawira was the one antagonizing Gabi and making sure that the antagonistification is so fantastic. So here we go. The Diddy uncle has seen the impromptu, the real raw of the village, the real G. We are here to make sure that they are gonna be getting everything. Everything is clear. Some people will be asking, how did you see it? None of our business. What we need is the information to reach the spot and the desks. I think everything is clear from this position that the Diddy uncle, as far as everything is concerned, he never even stepped to his land because of the grabbing land that they grabbed and also being used as a hook. Let me tell you a story. The Diddy uncle was hooked up with the plot of the con dad. Yesterday but one, the Kenge driver and the Kenge weaver. Do you know that lady was weaving Kenge? Yeah. You understand her? I saw them, they went to the plot of Diddy uncle to check on how things are progressing. They were taking a video to send it to, and the video is onto my desk. And they were saying, everything is okay, uncle. And we see the plot is already there and they have not tampered with the fence. They were giving out information, yet Diddy uncle was in Kenya, was in Nyamuhase. Why? The ladies who are staying in that compound, they were told, you have to evacuate before the Christmas. Why are they still persisting there? Diddy uncle was played already. He was sold a plot of somebody. They will antagonize it on themselves. Because we ever say, never trust Kenge family. Whenever you want to buy a plot, they don't listen. They see us as fools. They see us as stupid. They see us as unconditional. Now the baggage is coming to you. You have to radar yourself and make sure that you are getting the real validification before you go to the spot of collecting data of how to buy a land. Look at now, you are getting information from people. You cannot even go to the village because you are using everything, even using the mother to your biggest fun. Imagine eating the chicken and also eating the eggs. How is it? And you are there to buy a land from them. Oh my living God. This is Kenya, where impromptu is there, sarcasm is there, cultism is there, stupidity is there, is there, is there. Everything in Africa, it is acceptable in Africa. Why are we saying such? In Africa, they know land is always obvious. It's there. You will get the land whenever you come. Yes, it's being advertised, cheap money. But if the plot you are going to buy doesn't have a title deed, somebody tells you, everybody who buys land, they don't have title deed, you are hooked up. If it doesn't have a road, accessing road, you are hooked up. Right now, the Didi uncle is leaving to Narok. He has already booked a place for him to stay with Mawira. And everything gonna be very fantastic whenever they meet each other again. As he's gonna be leaving the country, because he has seen that even the people who were with him are not to be trusted. I said about Kenge is there to manipulate. And whenever you put your own philanthropic Alizbasha and all the control, you are done for good. We are here as speaking this way. Kenge has used everybody. He is there to use you. Look at Jamaican uncle. He bought the solar system. He ever gave himself to make sure that everything is going okay with Kenge. Even some luncheons, even some suppers, he was the one who was buying, even preparing dumplings to make sure that Kenge eat the dumpling and feel good, and acting like I was a chef. I don't know why most of the Jamaicans are chefs. They like fooding something. So we come to the conclusion. We get the real valid data. So Kenge doesn't want to see that this kind of somebody, now he will go this way and overtook me. Look at Ivan Traore. He ever spoke it. Whenever he sees that you have already developed and gaining influence, he wants to tarnish you. Whenever he tarnishes you, you go to disagreement. Look at the life of yesterday. Kenge was saying the Trench Town grandmother has done a very big mistake. Why is it that way? Because even himself, he never, ever came to such kind of a scenario. Somebody has ever been attacked that way. Kenge himself is now sympathizing and knowing that the villagers are important. Even the fans who are watching him, they are sympathizing with such kind of a good. Because it has come to a conclusion and a data portfolio that it's either you change or they will change you. And one day they will turn against you, Kenge. They are coming to the reality. They are coming to the real life situation. What is happening to your village and what are you telling them? What is really happening to the grassroots? You are there to tell them, our village is good. We are harvesting maize. We are farmers, yet you don't know even how to catch a djembe. They are going to realize you are the one injecting poison to everybody's mind. So as you can control them, you can take care of them and make sure that you can do anything you need to them because of the same village. Goon. Keep it tuned. because I'm there to reframe you. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. It's underscore Gintu back again to the root of the banana plantation, coming out to this fantastic moment so as we can just give some of the people the lecture once and for all. Because we had a story. Somebody can recall a story that I finished and talking about. I'm coming back with such kind of a story. I reached to at a position that, Warren were coming, were cats, were dogs, so I have to be so fantastic and elaborative so that everybody can get this kind of the point right now with the immediate effect as we are out coming with this kind of the scenarios that has hijacked our own philanthropic Alizbagias and also our own antagonistification of the days, so as they're gonna be going on and on. And it's your first time you're watching this kind of a fantastic video, and if you have never, just like to share and comment so as we can just groove together as a team, which is one-on-one live, and it's a village report. Here we go, guys. I said about there's a moment that there's a time we had the rural chief whom went to our own asset of my father's asset of the lands, where he has just made sure that he has constructed the lentils, so as people can just come and lent there, so as they can just get we can get a revenue from there. So that kind of a chief went with the police there, so as they were talking about, you know what, we have much of the liquor that your father is storing here. So that kind of the houses are so far away from my home. How are we preparing some liquor? So I came to recognize it was a Kenge who forced them to go to our assets, starting with interrogating our own assets and bringing some chaos to our departmental at home, so as you can disagree and things get very worse. Because of what? We were taking Kenge to the slow motion of the life, how life should progress, how things should go. But eventually what happened? This kind of a chief one day came to Kenge, and he was inviting all YouTubers to come so as they can get a lecture at the police station. It was a little bit scary that YouTubers to the police station, it was a little bit scary to us, but it was a message that was coded with the Department of Security, so as it cannot bring some of humanity or such kind of inhuman to such kind of the people who are performing their own duties, talking about the content. Previously, it started this way. Girls in Nyambuhanse, because of the demon Dimwango, started showing them that you can go and shower in the river, show people pum pum, show people your thigh, how they look like, show people your nudic catastrophic way, show people how your body looks, show people that you have two carelessly hanging items that are at 12 o'clock in the noontime, so as you can get much of the views and you can get much of the people subscribing. The point is here. Our ladies were lured in such kind of a traphonergetic way, and a tremendous occasion that they started doing the same thing, copying from the Mwango. The first person who did it was the con mom. She started via going to the river, and people until date are sympathizing with such kind of a person, and such kind of a honorable person we know that is a teacher, but coming out with a solidifying and a sarcasm prevention that he can just on not doing, but he's doing it. What has happened? The impact is one. People started looking, if the conmam can perform this kind of an event, if the conmam can do such kind of a thing, what are we going to do next? Let's do what? Let's even as we go and do it. If viewers are coming, if people gonna watch us, if we're gonna be getting subscriptions, it's a better place for us to go. They linked themselves into that. And what happened from that? They ventured, they started going one after each. We have a lady who was called Faith Boke. Started it and it was working for her. People don't think that what has worked for me, it will not work for you. You'll have your own thing to do or a strategy so that it can work. Some people like Sausage Girl, we have Ayamboke here, we have so many girls started going to the river so they can shower till date. And they started going to certain rivers and they were just removing everything, having Bluetooth radios. They were just swimming, putting their buttocks onto the stone. Pish! It was called a rebligil. Rebligil. It's called a rebligil occasion. So it's of sitting down and pish, you go like safari rally. You know now that stone, it has already developed some, it's called phytoplanktons. Phytoplanktons are the algae. So whenever you step on algae in a stone, how can you go? One way. You can fall like a sack. So whenever it started happening that way, what happened? These girls were going to perform some nudic photos, some improper sanitation, even peeing in water, even talk about pooing in segments of the river. And whenever now you have the other people down there, they are using the same water as a qualifiant to their homes. So this chief was told, this kind of people are coming to express their own nudic things to us, to our families. So go and warn them that we are not going to acknowledge themselves coming to us in such kind of a manner. Our children right now are going to be in madness. They are not going to have their own mindset that this is what is going on. They'll just, whenever it reaches a time, they'll go to the river and check on how nudic photos are being kicked. Which kind of a style has developed. This is the style that is very unique. This is me. This is how we do. This is our boom boom. So it was so intermediate. And the chief was given the information via the community and he was told, go and talk to these ladies. They were warned because one day they were caught with the villagers and they were chased like dogs. They were chased like a dog, like a rat, a rabbit. And you can just remember the Sausage Girl, how the bam bam is there. So it is pa, pa, parakata, pa. So they were running and this kind of the people were furious. And they were aggressive to this kind of the ladies. And they said they're going to be antagonizing and deal with them perpendicularly. What happened? The chief said, I cannot know who they are. I have to go to the main source. Guys, it's raining, it's raining, it's raining, it's raining here. But I think I am at a safer place. The content can continue. So the chief decided to come to Kenge. And he came and asked, how can I found Kenge? People said, you are allowed to get in. Whenever the chief got onto the compound of Kenge, what happened? Kenge was called and the chief was sitting at the bench and he was waiting for the lecture. Whenever he came, he said, hey, Mr. Kenge, how are you? I'm fine. So I have this report that I want all YouTubers to gather yourselves to come to the police station up there. We have a talk with the YouTubers. And the Kenge started. What has happened? The chief said, you have the girls that you have trained in YouTube that they should go to the rivers, show their unique way, and make sure that they are gaining money and they're teaching our students in proper functions. Kenge answered, what is the problem with them? Is YouTube recommending it or it has denied them? The chief said, to the village, it is not working properly. We have young students, we have young girls who are just studying. It's not a good thing for them to see what they're just showing them because that kind of a river, it's acting perpendicularly to our village this way. There are cows that go to drink water. We have some little boys who are going with them so as they can just take them to water. Number two, we have small girls where they're just going to practice their nudic and photorealism. It's where the girls are showering. So it's improper for them to see such kind of the activities that is done with such kind of the people. What happened? Kenge said, before I chase you from here, they are doing their own things. Everybody has to do their own things. That's now the scenario we come to and say, Kenge is the one who is supporting the nudic and which is called the nudic and pornographic to continue in our village. That's the fact. And whenever we raise our alarms, he cannot tell us clearly, is it a proper way or improper way? So we have to think twice before we leave. Look at now. We are thrown into an imbroglio already. Guys, it is raining. It is raining. But the content has to come. Because we have talked about this is our work, our daily work, our daily bread. We have to make sure that everything is coming to you live. Fantastic. Let's go on. Exactly. So guys, as per up to date, what I can just say, the same character you see Kenge is reflecting. It is the same character that you have ever seen, that all the visitors who are approaching to our destination are being handling. They are just going on with. They can never change, and they will never change. Why? They have already been thrown into such kind of a habit that they were told that, okay, I saw it from Demoango, I saw it from somebody, I saw it from Konmam, I saw it from Gintu, I saw it from who. They are copying what is not theirs. But why can't you talk to such kind of the authorities? Because you have money. You can control everything. You can talk to the authorities the way you need because you have money. But what we can urge is, if you can talk to everyone nonsensely, why couldn't you talk to the Kenya Power who are supplying electricity and talk them nonsense so they can give you the transformer? You are always going to beg for the people to buy you a generator so you can just be using it. But you cannot go and beg the authorities that we have messed here, but we are going to rectify. Now the mistakes are coming out clearly. Everybody is going to tag you. Say that you are the one who brought it. You are the one who is performing it. And it's because of your woman. She cannot understand that this is another nation and this is another continent. Things performed in Africa are different for things happening in Jamaica, happening in Europe, happening in whenever. We have to think properly before we sanitize our own philanthropic alisbagia. And whenever I come outside there clearly to identify the opportunity, identify a problem and make sure that I'm fixing the problem. They're coming out to say, you are just a jealousy, you are just making videos, but I'm making them. I have to make videos. That is what I was told at first. Even me, I have something that I copied from Kenge. He told me, upload the videos, get to upload the videos. I have to upload the videos. They have to come majestically and heterozygously. Guys, the real fact, Kenge has to change. And if he doesn't want to change, whenever he lands in Africa next year, he's gonna be shifted. He's gonna be getting a different change and a different moment. We are tired with molestation. We are tired with the nudic. We are tired with fake sponsors. We are tired with visitors who are coming with their own solidification, coming with their own antagonistification, coming with their own new sistification, coming with their own nudicification. and such kind of the pogroms. We are thrown into an imbroglio already. Guys, it's the same. I've already received the informations that the sausage girl and somebody who brought us challenging them with names, they cannot know who is who, was a genius. I salute for you. Respect. You are a genius. Maybe it was a small hint, but even for somebody to work for more money is the one who is doing less. But if you're doing bulky things, your salary is this. But if you do this, you get this. Now I've just received the data onto my desk again. There are some ladies who are forming to come for me, to call me, so as we can talk. How do you uptake it? Can I go for a talk? Because they are already forming to call me. I don't know which kind of a position, but I'll get it. They are saying that they have been hindered with my vibes. Whenever they see me and this kind of the bananas, they know that somebody gonna be going down. And that's why I ever said, everybody has to change. People have to change. So as we can go back to the same age, we were better to live in a Stone Age period than living to this sacrificial life and a fakery life and a cultic life and a nudic life we are. Nyabohase once upon a time, it was an area that had a respect to a person who ever brought the platform. But after that, what happened? The same person you gave your trust is the one now turning his own back to you and saying you are causing problems to him, not to get donations, not to progress. He had to fire. What is happening? The ladies have decided they are just going to send somebody who can come and talk to me. Already I have information. So what I can tell them, I'm ready to do any kind of a sitting you need, but at my own pleasure, where I will select some 5 minutes to have a meeting. I'll give them the information on where and at what time and when specific. Because they might be mahindering and they have some shenanigans and some telenovela behind the scene and coagulate me to find myself in the custody eating beans and cabbage. You know, this Nyabuanse is over circus. If a police station yesterday, a police officer can tell me yesterday that, you know, in Nyabuanse we have been receiving some pogroms, some very, very, very serious cases of murders from YouTubers of Nyabuanse, talking about they want to be murdering this, they're going to be doing this to this one, they're going to be doing this in terms of such kind of the nonsense shenanigans. Then they said, some people right now, they have to be put in a straight line. Who is messing? You know, I cannot trust the sausage girl. She was the one who took Mugesi to the jail. I cannot trust the underwear girl. She was the one who was inciting for us to be captured. From the the sausage girl, citing so as we can be captured. And that's why I left and said that I am in a hide. And they're now talking about, oh, he's in a hide, come out, whoa. They're the one inciting. She's the one who was inciting that I was the one who took the Kenge driver to the police station as a fraud and also a molester. So how can you trust such kind of the people? And the people they are talking about, they're the ones that whenever I had a camera, they were telling me, don't film me. Now what are they coming out to say? Unconditional. And how do you think about it? We are not going to condone it. Let's terrorize together. Keep it locked, guys. Coming soon. Guys, we are talking about the family that cannot know how to cook. Both the male and the female gender, they don't know how to cook. What kind of a family are we binding together? Somebody wants to cook ugali. He cooks for more than 8 hours ugali. A small ugali for somebody to spin and spin. I was not even recognizing such kind of the things. Imagine now, both of you now don't know how to cook. Everybody is looking at each other. Who is going to cook? Who is going to cook? Who is going to cook? Even a simple food, a very simple food. Let me tell you this. One day, they talked about we want to cook rice. And Argentinian Longnose was the one preparing the rice. Let me tell you. He said that I want to cook rice in an Argentinian way. And the Argentinian recipe. We said, okay, let's wait for that moment to come. I was there holding my chest and tying my stomach tightly, looking on what is going to be cooked here. And it was that I'm going to cook a recipe. A recipe of Argentinian recipe. I was about, okay, go on. I was there. You know, guys, if you don't know how to cook, don't stress yourself. Don't bring yourself in a way that, okay, you want to bring, okay, maybe you saw Gintu is standing there. Now you want to bring your 360 to show that, okay, a small enclosed surface is very small for me. Very small enclosed surface. Imagine now bringing person coming now and hinging in the front that is lighting some jiko. No, can you light me this one? How do you light this one? I was just imagining, how can a person come from Argentina? I think about she's a person who knows how everything is done. He is a person who is diverse. But due to unconditional circumstances, he knew how to light the four figure. Do you know them a figure? The 4 stones, the 3 stones that you put down. He knows that one. Even lighting a jiko. It was a problem. Oh, talk about lighting a cooker. It was a problem for her. And she was looking for Gintu. Come and help me light this way. Imagine. And there's no electricity there, so it could not be automatically lighting. You have to use the matchstick to light it. Such kind of a person telling you that, you know what, you are poor, you are a poverty, yet you don't know how to light even a cooker. Oh, my living God. I was wondering, where is this person coming from? It was the first time. And I was confused during that time. Now he said, okay, cook for us that rice that you want to talk about. I asked, which kind of rice do you want to cook? She said, I want to steam rice. I was about, steamed rice. Fantastic. What kind of an absolutely thing which is touching? Okay, give me your recipe. She said, prepare me the rice there. And you know what? She never wanted the one that the people are eating there. You know, if you want to see how people are thrown into an imbroglio, look at how the people like us, we were treated with the rice that we were eating. It's not the rice they were eating up there. That if she wants to cook, she says that she doesn't know this kind of the rice, but she's eating daily. That begin to cook, she says, okay, it's a fantastic thing, I can eat. But whenever it reaches her own time for her to cook, she says, no, I cannot use this kind of rice. I want another specific rice, which is grade 1. What are we now cooking for? Was it grade 9? I was wondering still up to date. Because now the recipe came, let me tell you. She said, I'm not going to use water, I'm using milk. Confused element already. How can you use milk to cook rice? Oh! Guys, I was now wondering. I was about, okay, let me wait for that moment. Let me not laugh. Because I know what could be there. I will not laugh because I don't want to disturb or make some things not to look so chaotic here. So let me wait for that moment. Now, milk was put, talk about the sachet milk, was poured onto the sufuria, or call it a pot. Then it was put onto the cooker that I lit. She never knew how to light it. She put it onto the cooker, and she said, regulate me. No, put small fire. Even she doesn't know to say that regulate fire. Put small fire. I was about, okay, put small fire. Put small fire. Fantastic? Fantastic. Let's go. Now, the milk was now boiling. Then she said, no, you know what? Oh, this milk is small. Can we add a little bit? She went inside. And she said, no, today I'm cooking for you. Hubby, you just relax. I'm cooking a very good meal. It's coming. Hey, okay, continue. She came with another sachet of milk. She poured inside, talking about, no, this is small. You know, I want to cook something good for everybody. She cooked, and whenever the milk boiled, she poured inside that 1 kg of rice in that boiled milk. The rice started steaming and boiling and becoming up. You know, now the milk is boiling and coming out. You know what? It's now coming out. I was now, let me be attentive, because this is how this is the thing go. The milk dried even before the rice could get steamed. Even before the rice could get, the rice could simmer and also be ready for consumption. It was hard like stones. The milk had evaporated. Everything was out of the sufuria. Now the milk has brought the rice up to the full level of the sufuria. You know, now talk about the milk has its own catalysts. Whenever they talk about the catalyst that is inside is called lactin. Proteinous. It evaporates to the atmosphere, because of that steaming. And she never put a lid, because there's no lid in the villa. No lid in the villa. Telling you that as a fact. There's no lid in the villa. The talk about the food is simmering on its own with air. And somebody talking about I'm a millionaire. Oh, my living God. I'm still wondering without kind of a part. Saying that, you know what, now this rice is ready. She just put, she was asking for us to bring some of, talk about whenever you come to the banana plantation like this one here. Take some leaves like this. Take some leaves and put on top, and we are at the villa. Imagine, at the villa, using this kind of, the leaves of the banana as leads in the sufuria. Imagine. I was just wondering, still up to date, I'm still wondering about it. And she said, you know what? Now, Gentu, can you taste if it's ready? Putting salt in water, in milk. And putting there's something called, somebody who has ever tasted some salad called coleslaw salad. A coleslaw salad. There's a stuff they are using as a mother ingredient in that coleslaw. We have cabbage, and also we have the raw cabbage. We have some, if you want, you can just put some carrots there. There's a mother stuff that's put there. What's the name? I've just forgot it. So she put such kind of the mother of what's the name of that stuff? There's a name that's used, and whenever somebody who knows the coleslaw salad, there's something, a mother something that's put there. As we can talk about, it looks like creamy like in nature, and she put inside there. And also she doesn't know the ingredients. Guys, if you don't know how to cook, can you leave the people who can cook to cook? Imagine putting milk as to act as water to simmer out some rice, putting in salt as a condiment, putting inside some of the spices and herbs. Imagine putting a rosemary inside so as people can eat rosemary as a herb, now putting as a spice. Surely. Imagine not forgetting. She never knew even the spices. She was just guessing. No, this turmeric, put inside. Oh, this is garlic, put inside. This is ginger, ginger, put inside. This is paprika, paprika, put in. This is black, talk about black pepper, yes, put inside. This is cinnamon, cinnamon, put inside. This is cinnamon, put inside. Everything, even soy sauce. Oh, my living God. She put even soy sauce in such kind of a mixture. And whatever comes out, only God knows what came out, guys. What came out? Even a dog cannot eat. Even a dog cannot be served such kind of a food. And even dogs never ate. And we threw it. Because she said that again to test it. It was a creamy-like structure. It was testing like their fluids that are coming from a human being. Oh, for the people who knows the proteinous value of the fluids, can entail and they can know. Something very awkward. Talk about the Gake was there. Gake, can you taste the food? Oh, let me test. You have to throw, even you can throw the tongue out because you have tasted something very unconscious, very what even kind of a word can I use there? Very, very anthropic kind of a recipe that was coming out. She says that I know how to cook. To cook who? Maybe you know how to cook somebody. Maybe you are cooking yourself there, thinking about now, you're from shaker, now turning your 360s, and to there, now talking about now I can cook for the other people. Because I'm being cooked there, now you want to be cooking to us. Hey, you cooked something that even a dog cannot take. And I was just talking about how these people are going to survive in hotels. In hotels, even no one could just get even each on other. Talk about, you know what? I know how to cook. It could be a very best thing. But no one knows how to cook. All of them. Talking about I like sardines. Whenever they say that, okay, do you know how to cook them? No, just boil them, then stew them. That's the cooking you know. Maybe you guessed that, maybe you talked about whenever you go to a hotel, you want to be served. You say that I want a fish. Which kind of fish? Stewed, dried? No, this. So you get a name, stew. Stew some of the sardines there. That's the only thing they know. Imagine cooking a food like rice, and it was the one that we were just depending on so as we can eat during that day, during the night session. And no one ate, and everyone evacuated. And they had some juices at their home that were brought as donations. But as we were told, if you don't eat this one, you have your own rice, cook it again. And the guy is saying, no, she's trying what? Absconding other people's dignity, absconding other people's appetite. Talking about you are just, what kind of a heck can be? So guys, this is what is ongoing right now, and we have to abolish it and say this is just the end.